Hey man, what's up?
Hey man, so I'm in the ER right now. I'm in a lot of pain.
Oh wow, really? Sorry to hear that.
I don't know how close you are to Boulder, but I had a shoot tomorrow and I need help covering it.
Okay, yeah. Get some. Yeah, don't worry. We got it. We got you covered. Just get some rest. Y'all head down there tomorrow. I'll just send me over the details, and yeah, I'll worry about the rest.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
I'll send over the details tonight,
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
or at least what I have.
Well, yeah. Get better. Don't worry about it. We got you.
It's
All
over right now.
right. Bye. All right. I'm stuffing my face right now because I'm in going to Boulder right now to do a shoot I didn't plan on doing until last night. Um, So yeah, I had to get everything ready last night, and then I had to get my car all ready. My friend was in the ER, so I'm doing the shoot for him. He had it scheduled. So sorry I'm so close because I'm using a really telephoto lens. Again, I just threw stuff in my bag, and this is like what I had available, this camera with this lens. So yeah, we're going to Boulder. I guess it's for people with Down syndrome, is what this video is for. I guess it was like some summer program where there's like Down syndrome. So, yeah, we're going to Boulder for that, and these. I didn't initially plan on doing this, so I'm running just a little bit late because my wife actually took the car I registered for parking, so I had to re-register this car. I had to take all this gear out of this car, and yeah, so hopefully they don't care that much about it. Hopefully they're a little more understanding on that. I think I've reduced the time from 7 minutes late down to, only a few minutes late now. So I kind of in a rush. Sorry, I'm like shooting this in the car. Today's Save the Cat, and I think it's a good day for it. It's a very there's a lot of beats to it, so I'm trying to remember everything. But this seems like
In
a
half
good
a mile,
video.
use the right lane to take the Colorado
Save the
157
Cat.
North Foothills Parkway ramp.
So yeah, I basically feel super underprepared, like crazy underprepared for this shoot. Like I forgot a bunch of stuff. I had to go back inside because normally I leave myself lots of time to think about these shoots and get everything organized. I'm pretty sure I got everything. I've done a lot of these shoots before. I was just like, I don't know, I'm a little scatterbrained. I was not ready for this. We had to find a daycare, yeah, for the kid and whatnot. And then the whole car thing this morning really threw me off my game. So, whew. All right, we're almost there. We're not too bad, too far behind. So hopefully they're forgiving on that. I don't know. I feel a little bit bad. Normally I'm a lot more prepared than this, but I just don't feel prepared. All right, bye guys.
Please leave your message for
Esteban Rosen.
Hey Esteban, this is Brandon. I was told to give you a call when I was here. I'm gonna start maybe unloading my gear. I think I'm in the right spot. Jared went to the ER last night, so I'm just kind of covering for him. I've got a bunch of video equipment. I'm gonna start bringing it in. I'll try to maybe find somebody who can point me in the right direction too. Pretty sure I'm in the right spot. I'm in the lot 548, so I think that's the correct lot to park in. I got the parking link last night too, that I clicked on. So yeah, if you got, feel free to call me back. I'm gonna start unloading though. Thanks, bye. All right, nobody answered, so that's maybe just unrecognized number, right? So hopefully I'm in the right lot. Like these parking, it's like this really complex parking deal. Can I find my confirmation email? Make sure, because I'm not gonna it's Boulder and they're like everything. They'll dock you for everything, parking related. So tell me the lot. Like, why don't they tell you the lot on the confirmation? It just tells me on my permit, parking confirmed. Ugh, it's annoying. All right, I gotta get it going in there. I don't know how much I'm gonna record and we're actually working. So I'll give you guys a rundown of kind of like what happened, what was going on, and maybe grab a couple clips here and there. I don't know, we'll have to see. All right, I gotta get going. Gotta figure out where I'm going. And I'm already late. All right, turns out I definitely was not in the right lot. So driving to 543, which is not 548. Which is why I like to prepare, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So
And at the next stop sign, you'll turn left.
I'm turning left, so you guys know. All right, we're going to 543. And I'm just gonna walk in because nobody answered the phone.
Then you'll take your first left into the parking lot.
All right, go. Bye, bye guys, I gotta drive. All right, you guys see the problem? All that light coming in from the window. When I first started, there was no light, and then now there's a bunch. I have this light maxed out, and then that one I just turned off. I unplugged it, yeah. So that one was not maxed out, but it was like my fill lights. I don't want to max out now. So this one's like completely maxed out. Light coming in. It looked kind of cool. It added some nice texture and patterns to it, but I was doing that the whole interview, and yeah. So went really well though. Kind of got like first initially it always takes a while to get set up. I was a little like rushed, panicked, and then once I start rolling, it goes pretty quickly. So I have a process I go through, and yeah, now I'm gonna work some B-roll. So gotta get going. Bye. All right, so I'm not super stoked about what I shot today, especially because it's not like my own work. So I feel like it was chaos from the start. So when I like reached out, you guys saw I was calling the guy and he never picked up. I guess he left his phone in a different room. And I'm just like we got started so late because we had to like walk around and find a room. We couldn't really find a room. So like we found a room and then it was like this boring classroom. The most boring classroom you could ever imagine. And like I was like, this is not gonna be good. I did have ChatGPT run through all my emails. I do that frequently. So you can actually download emails. You can actually like print the email, but print it as like a PDF, or you can like print it and then like share it. So I shared it to ChatGPT. So it was like all the emails that he forwarded me back and forth between like the other videographer and the people who were wanting the video. So like all the back and forth there. So they sent me that, and then I ended up downloading it and sending it right to ChatGPT. And then ChatGPT, then like as I was driving down, I was kind of like, because I was very limited on time. I figured out about this last night, and I had to pack this morning and make sure that I had everything, and all the other drama that we had. And then I had ChatGPT kind of run me through and be like, hey, this is like what we're doing, and I just talked to it. Love using ChatGPT for that. It has the best voice model so far from all the major AI models, because Claude is just god awful. Like they're almost there. They're figuring it out, okay? But ChatGPT is the best, all right? So I did that. I had a general idea. I was like, okay, I'm going this. I'm prepared. And then we took forever to find a location, and then we found a location that had a very nice backdrop. Unfortunately, it had a nice backdrop, but it was in a hallway, which when I started shooting was perfectly clear. Like there was nobody in that hallway. And then as I started shooting, like just people say I kept coming by, doors are slamming. So the audio is going to be I'm hoping because I had a lav mic on them, it's going to be all right. I'm really worried about though. I'm really worried about the audio, and then the sun started to come through the window, and I'm like, but it was the coolest thing I could find, and quickly. I had to make it a quick split-second decision, and that's the decision I made. I knew the sun was gonna come through the window, but I also knew my interviews were not supposed to last that long, but we ended up doing more than I thought, and then, yeah, so the sun started coming in, and then like, they're a little bit darker like I am right now. They look like kind of like I am right now. I know I can bring that up in post, but I don't know how much post-production work this other guy wants to do. So I'm a little bit worried about it, and yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself, personally. I gotta think about it, though. I think it was a little bit chaos. Did I make the most out of it with what I had? I don't know. I want to say I did, but I don't know. I gotta think about it. I gotta go for a run. I gotta put these short shorts on and kind of mull it over, I guess. I'm a little bit pissed about it, but it's not how I would shoot it. He also wanted me to shoot not log, and I always shoot in log, no matter what. And if a client wants it, then I just basically convert it into DaVinci Resolve and send them the converted stuff as their copy. And I also charge extra for that. I charge extra for any kind of raw footage that they get. So I'm super used to shooting in log, and I'm used to having that flexibility, and it's hard when you don't have that flexibility. Because even this is log, and I'm still blowing out this right here, okay? So, I don't know. Okay, so just here at a brewery after my run and the shoot. So had some time to think on the drive over here. I mainly came here for food, or did I? Or like I'm here for beer, who knows? But basically, yeah, so after kind of thinking about on the run, I don't think it's too bad. I mean, what I basically offered Jared was that I would take the footage and I would basically, if I needed to, re-edit it, so, or at least do the color portion. He said he trusted me on it, so hopefully I'll let him down. But yeah, overall, not too bad. Run was pretty rough, honestly, afterwards. So this being last minute, I didn't really get it done in the morning like I normally do, and it was like 90-something degrees in Boulder. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just, well, maybe let's talk about a little bit about Save the Cat, I guess. So, I feel like I did a really bad job with this story structure, but I'll tell you guys why in a sec here. I was trying to end it here, and that was a horrible ending. So, this is New Train, by the way. It's one of my favorite breweries. It's in Golden, Arvada. I don't know if it's in Golden or Arvada. It's in between the two, I guess. That's a good way to put it. So that's like the brewery, and that's the background. You got another mesa over there. It's really hard to see. You got all these umbrellas. I'll show you. I'll get better footage, I guess. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm start talking now, though. Stop talking. Okay, I'm going to use this as my little tripod. I'm sitting at a barrel right now, which you'd think would be like it's a really cool idea, but then look at my legs. It's not a very comfortable place to sit. Up more. Up even more. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to crouch. Oh, there we go. Okay. I guess I'm talking. You guys can't even hear me. I said it's not very comfortable sitting at a barrel right now. You'd think it would. It's a really cool aesthetic, but it's not comfortable. Like I was just talking and I forgot that I didn't have my shotgun mic on. Normally I have like a shotgun mic on the camera and I just talk to it, but it's so loud here. I figured a mic would be better to be like closer. So, okay. So let's talk about Save the Cat. So basically, it maps 1-to-1 to the 3-act structure, which I did for the last 3 days. So if you missed those videos, you can watch those. They're all about AI. Today was less about AI, but I'm using AI right now to tell you all this stuff, keep my thoughts organized. I had AI watch a video on it and then I watched it too, okay, granted, but then I had AI watch it and give me notes. So that's a cool thing now. Like it used to be when AI first came out, it didn't give you notes, but now it'll give you notes too, like on videos, which is really cool. Maybe it's just YouTube though. It's because I've had other problems with other videos, but the transcripts on YouTube must work really well. Maybe they opened it up to AI. I don't know. Okay, so here's Act 1. First 20-25%. So from my understanding, you got to get everything set up in like the first 10%. I think all the way up. I forgot. Actually, let me break it down. Then I'll break down how it relates to the 3-act structure. So, and kind of what I did for each of these. So you have opening image. Which is basically me, like the call with Jared was opening image. And then where I'm just talking on the phone, I haven't made it yet. I'm actually going to make it after this. So it's kind of like me going backwards and kind of reenacting the call. It was actually text messages, but you know. And then you have theme kind of stated. And it was basically, I don't know what the theme was. It's more about like helping your friends out, even if it's like hard. Like, I don't know. That's kind of the theme. It was hard to come up with a theme before you live it, right? So that was kind of the hard part. Setup, so it kind of explains the situation. That was me literally just explaining. Catalyst, I guess that would be the phone call to cover the shoot is what this was AI says, but I would say be like maybe like me deciding to do the shoot. I guess that's the debate. That's the next step. Break into two. You arrive. So I don't know. I would say the catalyst is probably more the drive over where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be late, blah, 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 and then break into two. I arrive at the location. Now I'm like committed to the job and I have to deal with this like not necessarily ideal situation. But it was like the best spot I could find with the window and the light. And that's like where I cut back with that. And I kind of explained it really briefly. You're supposed to have like a B story. I kind of failed at that, honestly. But this was a lot to keep in mind. And also I was kind of panic all day trying to get this shoot done. And I was actually working. You know, it's like, how do you shoot this when you're working? And like this work isn't just like, you know, hanging out, you know, at the office. This is like whenever I worked at another place, you'd have a lot of downtime in between. No downtime. This is like go, go, go. When I'm shooting, it's like very intense all the time, I feel like. Fun and games. I mean, honestly, I wish I would have gotten more footage of this. I mean, this was kind of like me actually shooting and being in the moment and just kind of relating to the people, honestly. I used to be horrible at that, and I think I'm pretty good at that now. I can calm people down. Like, everybody's always nervous. I was like, nobody felt really that nervous. I think I mentioned that. That'd be a good way to put it. I think I mentioned that, and I think, like, I don't know, just a skill I've developed. You know, just like I could talk to people, and like I can make them as comfortable as I am on the camera now. Just to, like, bring them down. Like, hey guys, we can just reshoot this. I can edit this. You know, like I can make you look good. So. I don't know, I kind of talked them off the ledge, I guess. Midpoint, something clicks. I don't know. Again, I didn't record me doing all the stuff, so I don't know if I really had a midpoint. But the midpoint would probably be, like if I had to describe it now, would be when we just started rolling through interviews, right? So it was clicking, right? I even said that, I think, to somebody during the day. I was like, hey, this is clicking now, or something, I don't know. Bad guys close in. I would say that was towards the end of the interviews. The sun was kind of the bad guy. So the sun was like making it very hard to shoot because it was like really like coming in. It was starting to be really harsh, and it was coming because it was a west-facing window. We live in Colorado, so a west-facing window. I mean, it was like the sun was starting to set, so you're getting it coming in through the window there. Oh, that's my buzzer. I'll continue this later, I guess. Set my knee on the barrel. That's what I'm saying. Barrels are not great. All right, so before I eat this food, it's like falafel. What is that? I can't remember. Turkish. It's a Turkish food truck. Okay. All right. Bad guys closing. That was the sun. All is lost. You know, the sun's back lighting. I had my light max out 100%, and then the fill light was at 70%. You're not supposed to bring your fill light up to your key light. So I didn't. I was like, and that's the thing I was worried about. So breaking to 3. Dark night of the soul, driving home. This is kind of like me, like, oh, now I'm worried for Jared because I didn't get the footage and everything was very backlit. I'm showing you backlit images right now. Oh, wrong way. Okay, there we go. So everything was very backlit, and then finale is kind of like the finale is basically it was backlit, but I realized like, oh, it wasn't that bad kind of deal. I was probably making it a little more dramatic just because I was trying to play into Save the Cat a little bit. And that's what all of these like really good YouTubers do. I feel like Casey Neistat and Peter McKinnon with like storytelling is they'll like make it just a little bit dramatic, but then you know they're kind of like, you know, manufacturing it a little bit, but it makes it more interesting, doesn't it? So final image is the last bit, and that's going to be kind of you'll see it. It's going to be after this. So all right, Act 1. So here's how it kind of relates to 3-act structure, right? So Act 1 would be opening image theme. This is just like multiple, it's like there's just like more steps in it. more beats, right? So you have opening image, theme, stated, setup, catalyst, debate, breaking into 2. That's all into Act 1, okay? And then when you start that plot point 1 or whatever, that's kind of like, you know, in the end of Act 1, I think, typically. And then you have B story for Act 2. It's B story, fun games midpoint, bad guys close in, all is lost, Dark Night of the Soul, and break into 3, which is going to be getting to plot point 3, right? Finale and final image for Act 3 is what this says. So, yeah, I guess that's how it relates. I don't know, comments if you guys, what you guys think of the story. I feel like this one was really a hard one today just because I was so busy today. And I'm not doing full on story structures. So I thought it was going to break it up more. So maybe I need to break it up a lot more because I did like Act 1, Act 2. Today I tried to do like basically all 3 acts because it was Save the Cat. So I don't know. Maybe I just shoot something and I kind of try to shoot for that story structure. And I talk about it. That's what I did though. I don't know. It gets very hard, especially when I'm not able to film as much. So I guess that's why a lot of people don't do a video every single day. And that's that's the hard part, right? So, but yeah, okay. This is kind of the last bit, the finale or whatever, right? So, all right. Bye. I'm just gonna throw this out there. For Colorado, this is pretty wild. That's at a brewery. Sorry, I was trying to look at my screen, so you just on my shoulder for half of the screen. That's pretty wild, though. At a brewery. Your train. Hey, man. I just want to let you know that we were a little bit time constrained at the beginning. I had problems finding the person I was supposed to meet up with. Ended up calling them a couple times and texting them, and just couldn't find them. So we were a little time constrained when we were trying to pick a location. We were looking for locations, and he brought me into this room. It was kind of just a regular old classroom. So essentially, I thought it might be best to shoot with something like a window or something, just to add a little bit more interest. And so it worked out pretty well initially with the 2 lights I had, and then the sun started to come as the window was facing west, and as the sun started to approach, you know, around 2 or 3, the light started to really shine in through the back there, and it was a little bit overwhelming, and my lights were kind of maxed out, so hopefully that works out for you. The subjects were pretty backlit, but I did try to maximize the light hitting them from the front. So you might have to bring them up a little bit in post. Worst case, I can always do that for you and bring up the subjects, mask them out real quick, and bring up their exposure just a touch. But it's not horrible. Just wanted to kind of let you know. If you've got any more questions, let me know. Good luck tomorrow. Hopefully you feel better. Oh look, it's tomorrow's video. It showed up. Actually, probably next 2 days' video. Struggles of being a videographer. You have no hands. Or at least documenting everything. Man, this thing is sucking at its focus right now. Maybe this pack should be better at focusing.